Welcome back. You're listening to Houston Real Estate Radio. I'm your host, Shannon Register, and every week we bring you news and information you can use on your next real estate transaction. Today, we are talking with a special guest. You've heard her here on the program before, HGTV's Design Star participant. We've got Abby Vasek here in the studio.
Hi, glad to be here. Yeah, my pleasure.
So we've had a lot of fun at the home shows before together.
Oh, haven't we? I love it, just watching each other do our things.
So this is fun. We're actually in the studio together today, and you are going to be coming back to Houston pretty soon.
Oh, yes, I am.
So
I'm looking forward to that.
They were excited about that. Abby is going to be speaking at our Women's Council of Realtors luncheon, which is going to be on March 17th, and we're excited about that because she's such a dynamic, great speaker, full of energy, and so that'll be a lot of fun. What are you going to be talking about?
Thanks, Shannon. I'm really excited about this one in particular, not just because I love Houston and I love Houston real estate. I love so many of your agents. I've had the opportunity to meet them, so it's going to be exciting to meet more of you guys. But this subject is one that I think can have the potential to really impact the longevity of your career, the ultimate fulfillment of your career, because we're going to be talking about dealing with difficult people.
No, we don't have any of those. Never.
And it's one of those things that it doesn't matter what field you're in. If you're out there working with the general public, or if you're just a person on the planet, you're going to run into situations where you feel like this is difficult, or this friend of mine is difficult. And so I want to be talking about giving you some tools about perspective that are going to help you in those situations to get less agitated, to stay more present, and to enjoy the process of life.
Sounds like fun. We've all had to deal with personalities that are not our personality. And expectations that weren't the same as our expectations.
Hit the nail on the head there. We're going to be talking about some expectations for sure.
So I know that when I'm working with a client, one of the things I like to do is set those expectations. Because, if you set them first, then you know how they like to be contacted, how frequently,
but via what medium?
Right.
Today there's so many options of communication.
Right.
I think that's awesome. Setting expectations is something that we get into a lot in my my continuing education courses. I like to talk about, especially when we start talking about home staging and things, I say if we set those expectations from the very get-go as to this is how I work in order to help you reach your goals better, this is the process from the get-go.
Yeah. And
it makes it a lot easier.
The more you can explain the process of home buying or selling to the client, I think it helps them as well. And the process may be difficult.
Yeah.
But the client doesn't have to be difficult.
Oh, no, absolutely. The process alone, you're right, is difficult enough.
There are always things that happen to make the process of buying and selling difficult.
No, absolutely. And then, when you get into from the outside world, you're dealing with a professional when it all looks easy.
Yeah.
But that didn't happen very easily. There's so much work that goes into the behind the scenes. This is one reason why I love sharing clips from television, from radio, from whatever I'm doing, the behind the scenes. I like for people to know about the amount of effort that's going into it and what it takes to get to that final finished product.
Well, let's talk about that because a lot of clients will, in today's world, watch HGTV, which you've been there.
I know.
So they're watching it at home and they see, so the realtor picked 3 houses, and of these 3 houses, I'm going to write a contract on one of them.
Bada bing, bada boom.
And that's just not how it really works.
Oh my gosh, if only it did. Wouldn't that be something? That is the magic of editing. Gosh, you're so involved in media. You know that all about the power of editing. When I was on HGTV Design Star, we would spend well over 500 hours of footage for every single episode that gets edited down to a less than a 1 hour program once you add in the commercials and things.
Yeah.
So there are countless hours of preparation. Just the producers alone picking out the house that we were going to go to was weeks of work in advance. And my husband's a realtor, so I see what happens. The amount of hours he spends surfing the web and looking at things and going out to vet properties before taking his client to those 3 properties.
Right. It's a lot of work. It really is.
It is. And the make-ready process. Can we talk about that for just a second?
Yes.
I think that, again, HGTV promotes this beautiful process that gets wrapped up in an hour, and we have a finished product.
Yeah.
And so people's expectations have gotten to be, well, it's just going to be lickety split. We're ready to go.
Right.
And there's a lot to do to get a property ready for the marketplace.
Yes.
You know,
they don't show your husband pulling out his back trying to move the furniture.
Thank
and then
you.
he's mad at you for 2 weeks for it. They don't show any of that.
No, of course not. People don't want to see that. You know, it's always the highlights that get shown and not all the grunt work behind the scenes, you know, which is okay. You know, not that we need to go airing all that dirty laundry, but I think that a little bit of more realistic expectations of what it's going to take in order to fetch that top dollar from the get-go would be nice. So in lieu of that, this is what we do. We start out at the beginning of the process talking about here is everything that's going to probably need to be done.
And you know, it's funny because we do go through all this process of home staging and everything with our sellers and the buyers. They get to the house and they think, oh, you know, these people don't have very much stuff. These people are very clean. They have no idea who these people are because these people spent weeks getting that house to that point. But they're looking around going, these people are so clean. And look, they don't have the mess in their house like we have. And, you know, I mean, I hear them saying that. And then they're looking around going, they don't have very many clothes. I wonder if they're moving out. You can't look at someone's house and tell anything about them anymore because you don't know what's staged and what's not.
No,
and
isn't
most
that
of
true?
them are staged because most of them know that's what it takes to sell it.
That's what it takes because if you're not staging, the other people are. So, I mean, if you want to stay in the game and stay competitive, that's why I'm so glad that you bring all the education that you do to your agents that way. You're always training them on how to stay competitive. And gosh, home staging has gotten to be, finally, we are where the rest of, I'd say, like when I was speaking at the Real Estate Staging Association in Vegas, I got the chance to meet all of these stagers from Canada and from the East Coast and the West Coast, where staging has just been a non-negotiable from the get-go. It's just the way they sell the houses. And so we're finally about to that point. And
it's finally looked at as a profession. Where before it was just looked at as help.
A little bit of help. I'm going to call my friend. Maybe she'll come over and stage. And, you know, I just think that as agents, you wear so many hats. There's so much to do to market a place, to build those relationships that make friends with a stager. Hire that stager. Get a couple of them and hire it out because it's all they do all day long.
Well, and here's something, too, that a lot of sellers probably don't think about. They want their agent to come over and help them stage the house.
Yeah.
And then the agents are so nice and so kind-hearted. The agents love it. I'll come help you. I'll do this. I'll do that. That agent may not be insured to do that.
Oh, no, absolutely.
They don't
That's
have
a
the
great
proper
point.
insurance to be in your house doing that.
Moving those things and all that gets done. For so many reasons. I mean, and agents don't usually have a warehouse full of inventory to bring in beautiful focal points in your home.
Right.
Or it's just, let everybody do what they do best. That's something, I'm a big fan of. Let everybody do what they do best. And that agent is skilled in so many other areas that if we all stick to it, then we'll have that outcome.
So what do you want to say to those consumers out there sitting there watching HGTV who just feel like selling their home this spring is going to be so easy? They're going to get it listed and sell it, and they'll just start the process this week and have it on the market next week.
Oh gosh, well, I'll tell them this. Everybody, if you're listening, if you want to sell soon, we know spring really picks up. It's a beautiful time to sell. Start now. Call Shannon over here at Register Real Estate and get somebody out there who can help you and start that process now, knowing it's not going to happen overnight. Not if you want a quality sell.
Yeah. All right. Also, okay, so you're going to be speaking on March 17th over at Ravenel Country Club.
I cannot wait.
And people can buy tickets online. So if you're listening and you're interested, you don't have to be a member of the Women's Council to come. Anybody can come. And you can buy tickets online at WCRGNW.org. And just click on the events. You'll see big picture of Abby there. Click on it and register. And you can come and join us for that luncheon. It's a lot of fun. You get a nice lunch, and you get to hear Abby talking about working with difficult people and how to overcome those obstacles. And it's going to be a lot of fun.
Wonderful. You deserve it. Come out and educate and grow. Let's do it.
Also, want to give a shout out to Northwest Harris County's Habitat for Humanity, because we are having our WCR Great Northwest Golf Tournament on April the 4th, and we are raising money for the Northwest Northwest Harris County Habitat for Humanity. So if you're a golfer and you want to put together a little golf team, you can come and play golf with us on April the 4th. And that website is wcrgnw.org/golf. And you can buy your tickets right there on the site. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsors here on Houston Real Estate Radio.
Imagine you and your family return from a tropical vacation to find that one of your pipes burst, flooding your entire house. Are you fully covered? Will you only receive $100 for your TV that cost you $2,000 just 2 years ago? Will your insurance company pay for you to live in a hotel while your home is being repaired? What if on that same trip you lose your wedding ring? Will your home insurance coverage replace that as well? All insurance policies are not created equal. If you don't know the answer to these questions, you're not alone. Most people don't understand the gaps in their coverage until it's too late. Call Goosehead Insurance today and let one of our agents review your current policy to ensure that you are fully covered. At Goosehead Insurance, we understand the power of choice. Instead of working for a single insurance company, our agents have access to over 20 A-rated carriers. This allows us to craft a policy to fit your particular lifestyle, budget, and needs. It also enables us to reshop your policy in the future, if necessary, saving you time and money. No need to look for another agent. At Goosehead, we've got you covered. Our agents will walk you through each policy decision so that you have the coverage you need. If that's not reason enough, talk to one of our happy clients. Our client satisfaction scores are 3 times the industry average. To experience the Goosehead Insurance difference, visit us online at goosehead.com or call us at 800-474-1377.